Good morning. I hope that you're looking forward to this 6th Health Tech Innovation Days conference as much as we are. I'm Angela Lamont. I'll be here throughout the 2 days to guide you through the event, guide you through the agenda, make sure your questions get answered, and also introduce you to some interesting people to chat with if you like. We have a packed agenda for you to make the most of your 2 days here with us, but more about that later. Firstly, a reminder that if you haven't already done so, now would be the perfect time to switch off your mobile phone. So, to officially open the event, we are joined by some distinguished guests today. And firstly, I'd like to introduce you to the Chief Business Officer of Abivax and Chairman of Health Tech for Care, Pierre Côté.
Good morning, distinguished guests, sponsors, colleagues, and friends. Welcome at the 6th edition of HTID. It is a great honor to welcome you all to the 6th edition of the Health Tech Innovation Days, held under the high patronage of Emmanuel Macron, President of the French Republic. First and foremost, we would like to extend our sincere and heartfelt gratitude to our valued sponsors. Your unwavering support is the foundation of this event's success. Without your dedication, both in terms of financial backing and your belief in the mission of advancing healthcare innovation, HTID would not have grown into the influential platform it is today. Your involvement has helped establish a space where stakeholders from across the health tech spectrum can come together, exchange ideas, and build lasting partnerships. It is this collaborative spirit, driven by a shared commitment to place the patient at the heart of all our efforts, that allows us to nurture transformative innovation. Today marks the beginning of a pivotal event as we stand at a crossroads from the future of healthcare in Europe, and not just because of the current challenges facing our industry. The world is evolving rapidly, and the need for healthcare innovation has never been greater. HTID is uniquely positioned to serve as a catalyst for shaping the future of health tech, especially as we aim to enhance the European and international resonance of this event. A new chapter is unfolding for HTID as it continues to solidify its role as a flagship, unifying event in Europe. We are committed to strengthening our visibility, advocating for our positions, and amplifying our voice at the highest European level to drive real change. For this 2024 edition, given the continuing turbulences in the global financial markets and the healthcare industry, we have identified 3 key themes that are critical drivers of success in the European health tech sector. First one, financing and transaction. Second one, governance and restructuring. And third one, the product innovation through digital transformation. These themes represent the strategic pillars that will allow us to collectively address current challenges, explore new opportunities, and advance the healthcare landscape with meaningful impact. Over the 2 days, this session will provide a unique and invaluable opportunity to engage deeply with the entire health tech ecosystem. Researchers, entrepreneurs, pharmaceutical companies, investors, policymakers, healthcare professionals, patient associations, and other key stakeholders. Our goal is for you to leave this conference with practical, actionable insight that will not only drive your organizations forward, but also contribute to the ongoing transformation of European healthcare, ultimately benefiting the patient. We are excited about the momentum we are building and the impact we will continue to have on the European health tech ecosystem. So welcome to the 6th HTID 2024 edition.
Thank you, Pierre. And now I am delighted to introduce from the French Ministry for Europe and Foreign Affairs, the Director of Economic Diplomacy, Ludovic Puil.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, bonjour à toutes et tous, good morning. It's a great honor and pleasure for me to participate to this 6th edition of HTID. It's really a great event. I've just taken my position as the Director for Economic Diplomacy in the Ministry of Europe and Foreign Affairs. Just a few days ago, I was previously ambassador in Saudi Arabia, ambassador in the United Arab Emirates, deputy ambassador in Morocco, and each of my posts, I have done my best to support French healthcare companies and trying to bring also the French health tech to those countries, especially in the Gulf. So the Economic Diplomacy Department in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has a very specific role to support French companies' operation abroad, but also to reinforce French economic attractivity with a holistic approach for strategic sectors, and health, of course, is one of them, investments and talents. We work very closely with Business France, with MEDEF International, in order to reach our goals. And this is a mission for the Minister of Europe and Foreign Affairs, Mr. Séjourné, who just left us yesterday. He is the new French commissioner in Brussels. And we have also attached to the ministry the Minister Delegate for Trade and Attractiveness, Mr. Frank Riester, who should be here, but as you know, the government resigned, and in a few days we'll have a new team, a new government. So I'm confident that the next Minister Delegate for Trade and Attractiveness will continue to support the French health sector. We are also supporting the mission, in my department, the mission of Professor Lajonchère, who is the federator for the health tech sector in the ministry, and his role is to coordinate efforts between public institutions and the private sector. So if you allow me, I will say a few words on France as a territory for innovation. Of course, we are known for our capacity to innovate in the healthcare sector. I would like to share with you a few figures to underline also the opportunities the French ecosystem can offer to investors. In 2022, 1.3 billion euros was invested in research and development in the health sector. France benefites, of course, from one of the most dynamic ecosystems with renowned research institutes, Pasteur, Curie, pioneering universities like PSL, or incubators, HTID6, Paris Santé Campus, Station F. Really recommend you all to visit Station F. It's an amazing place. And of course, high-value industry players, and most of them are with us today. In 2023, more than 2,600 health tech companies were operating in France, generating profits of over 1.4 billion euros, an increase of 33% compared to 2020, and creating more than 15,000 jobs. Some of the most successful companies are present with us today, such as Abivax or Trifog Therapeutics. 3/4 of our companies are, of course, active abroad on international market. It is absolutely imperative for all entrepreneurs to adopt an international strategy from day one, from the start, because, of course, of the many regulatory requirements, the diversity of market landscapes. It is clear that they need to reach out first to European markets and then to expand outside Europe. Just a word on Choose France. Choose France, as you know, is a summit organized by President Macron and the government each year in May. Last year, it was another success. We had 28 announcements of investment for 13 billion euros and creating 8,000 jobs. So France, for the fifth consecutive year, is the most attractive country for foreign investment in Europe. And we will prepare already, we are preparing already in my department and with the Élysée and other ministries, the next edition of Choose France in May next year. Of course, healthcare is a priority for the government since the pandemic, but also before that. So we have deployed a French healthcare brand to help foreign partners navigating the French ecosystem, but also to support the French companies abroad. We have also developed a French strategy for global health to prepare for future pandemics together with WHO, foster international coordination for vaccine, medicine production and distribution, and deploy resources in strategic therapeutic areas. Finally, we fund and we support international initiatives like UNITAID or Gavi for worldwide vaccines distribution. This is a huge community. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this community because when we support the French healthcare sector, we join forces in what we call the Team France Export, and which is composed of Business France, commerce and industry chambers abroad, BPI France. BPI has a major role also to support the healthcare and health tech sector. Last year, they invested more than 535 million euros in health tech. And of course, the French trade advisor abroad. So this is a full ecosystem coordinated in every country by the embassy and the ambassador. And of course, the ambassadors are at your service. I was at your service in Riyadh and before that in Abu Dhabi. We give you advices and we help you navigate in, of course, foreign ecosystems and environments. I want to mention, of course, MEDEF International for its numerous actions in favor of international collaboration for the healthcare sector. As ambassador in Riyadh, I welcome several delegations organized by MEDEF International in the healthcare. I want also to underline the activities of and dynamism of the Health Innovation Agency. As you know, this is part of the France 2030 plan, so an innovation plan initiative that has been created as a one-stop shop for innovators and investors. So please feel free to reach to them in order to accelerate your project. Their role is to bring together local actors whose goals are to support the foreign investors in their projects in France, and also help them identify the best companies for their portfolio, as well as to speed up the procedures required to set up in France. As you know, there are a lot of efforts in this regard, from visa issues to housing needs and administrative procedures. A word on talents and talent attractivity. In the healthcare sector, of course, talents mobility is key. So our priority is to offer talents a very high-quality environment in which their projects can thrive. With the French tech and other ministries' support, like the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Higher Education and Research, Ministry of Economy and Finance, the French government has developed a very active talent attraction strategy with a series of schemes designed to boost the attractiveness of France and French tech to foreign entrepreneurs, like the Passport Talent, Talent Passport, special tax regimes, etc. Since the launch, for instance, of the French tech visa, and despite the COVID crisis, 1,200 companies have benefited from the French tech visa for founders. So this is, in a nutshell, what my department is doing in your service. So please don't hesitate to reach out. And I wish you all a great seminar, a great conference. And thank you once again for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your support and also for being with us so early on in your new post and for giving us that time. And now please welcome the Director General of France BioLead, Laurent Lafrère.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Sophie and Pierre, for your invitation. I'm glad to represent here the French biomanufacturing sector in this HTID event. Let me start with a simple fact. 60% of all drugs in development globally are biomedicines. This is no longer the future. It's the present. And France is leading the way, holding the second largest pipeline for biomedicines in Europe. These therapies hold the promise of treating the most complex disease. But to make them accessible to patients, we must accelerate their development and production at reasonable costs, and in France. Biomanufacturing is the cornerstone. That's the reason why biomanufacturing is a strategic sector and a priority for the French state. France BioLead is dedicated to making this vision a reality. Biomanufacturing is not just about production of biomedicines. It's about accelerating the journey from innovation to patient care. By leveraging new technologies together, we are able to streamline the development of biomedicines. At the same time, advances in automation and process optimization are helping us reduce production costs. The combination of innovation, speed, and cost efficiency is what will make biomanufacturing the cornerstone of the value creation in the modern healthcare. France is well positioned to lead this revolution in biomanufacturing. Our ecosystem is already one of the strongest in Europe, with over 900 players across the biomanufacturing value chain. This includes biotech innovators, advanced therapy developers, technology enablers, and cutting-edge manufacturing sites. Together, we are building an integrated and dynamic ecosystem that allows companies to accelerate their product development and scale production efficiently. The goal is clear: make France the European biomanufacturing leader. Our ambition is supported by significant investment, and you mentioned the France 2030 plan, with 800 million euros, which have been allocated to boost biotherapies and biomanufacturing capabilities. It's a significant help in comparison to the $2 billion in US with the Biden plan. On top of that, industrial investments in France have exceeded 4.5 billion euros in the last 5 years. These funds are mainly building the infrastructure we need to scale up biomedicines productions. For you investors, this is an exciting opportunity to be part of a transformative journey. Investing now means supporting an industry with immense growth potential and significant impact. The demand for biomedicines will continue to rise, and the need for scalable, cost-effective production solutions will only grow. In conclusion, the future of healthcare is being shaped by biomedicines, and biomanufacturing is the key to unlocking their potential. By accelerating the development, reducing costs, and ensuring local production, we are making these therapies accessible to patients while building a strong and sustainable industrial base. Together, we can lead this transformation, drive innovation, and create a brighter future for both healthcare and the economy. I'm really happy to discuss with you during this event. Thank you very much, and have a great event.
Thank you, Laurent. Now, Frédéric Girard from France Biotech is unable to be with us today, but he is ably represented instead by the CEO of Tree Frog Therapeutics. Please welcome Frédéric Deduy.
Good morning, I'm Frédéric Deduy, CEO of Tree Frog. I'm here on behalf of Frédéric Girard. Thank you for inviting us. So what is France Biotech? France Biotech is a French professional association of about 700 companies now in the biotech, in the medtech, but also in the digital health sector. We have three aims. First is to inform our members about the opportunities, the initiatives, the changes in our health sector. But we also are very active in supporting them in finding the means to be successful, transforming their innovation into products. So financing, of course, but also finding and retaining talents. Thirdly, we are very active in shaping the regulatory environment we are in France and in Europe, to help connect innovation and patients. Recently, last week, I think, we released our annual survey about the sector. And I have some gloomy news. About 25% of the companies, of the members of France Biotech, declared that they have less than 3 months of cash visibility. So this is very new. It hasn't happened since maybe 5 or 6 years. And only 12% of our members have more than 2 years of visibility in a sector where we need years to develop innovation. So this is worrisome, and there is no magic stick to change that, but I think we need all to be aware that this sector needs a lot of support to bring this innovation to patients. And France is a great land of innovation and entrepreneurship. So we are really active at France Biotech to make sure that those innovations make it to the patients. So I'm going to be very short. I'm very pleased that we are all here at this conference, which is now a landmark event in the field in France, where we can be together, sponsors, entrepreneurs, and investors. I wish you a very, very good conference, and thank you for your attention.